Let me guess, you have been hearing tons about Clubhouse and you are wondering, what is all this fuss about? Well, I am going to show you the application inside and out, as well as to show you how I'm using the application to grow my career in the data industry. For the very best data leadership and business building advice, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon in order to be notified when a new episode drops each week. Okay, first things first, why am I qualified to tell you anything about Clubhouse? Well, I am on the application and I have hosted a room. I'm using it to develop out and to build my data career. And not only that, I have actually built a community of over 650,000 data professionals across a bunch of different social media platforms. So I know a thing or two about social media marketing. Hi, I'm Lillian Pierson and I support data professionals to transform into world-class data leaders and entrepreneurs. First, let's talk about why Clubhouse. The answer to that is relationships, relationships, relationships. To be honest, as a techie, I am definitely not the most outgoing of people. But recently, I have truly began to understand the importance of organic, authentic relationship building. As they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. When I talk about relationship building, what I am not talking about is being on the platform to grow a follower base or to, grow your audience or to drive traffic to your website to get more sales.
Nope.
So these are the types of things, those are essential, especially if you're a data entrepreneur, but to me, Clubhouse is definitely not the place to do that for a number of reasons you're going to see. But the most fundamental reason is that you can't have any conversations inside of Clubhouse in terms of messaging, and there's also no link sharing. So if you want to drive traffic, it's very difficult since you can only link to Instagram or in Twitter inside of the application itself. What the application is perfect for, though, is developing true, organic, authentic relationships with other leaders in the industry. So I'm not talking about the I'll scratch your back, you'll scratch mine kind of thing, although, that's fine if that's what you're there for, but this is more like becoming friends so that you can help people, and really Clubhouse is just perfect for this sort of thing. So I've heard of people using it to get clients and whatnot, but I've really been using it to get to know some of the most innovative people in the data space that I've seen thus far and get exposure to new people that are doing incredible things in technology that I didn't know about before. The trick really, though, is when you're listening to someone talk, go ahead and go over to their other profiles on social media, whatever they link to, and say, hey, I really liked what you were sharing about this topic. That's amazing. Let me know if I can help you, host a room or anything else. It's just like, how can I help you? Because when you go into situations of looking to help other people, data leaders, or anyone else for that matter, that's where the rewards will come back to you tenfold when you are giving without looking for expecting or looking for returns. A teeny bit about Clubhouse. It was launched in April of 2020, and it's only for iPhone users at this point, and it's also kind of exclusive in that each user only gets a few invites. People give Clubhouse a bad name or give them a hard time saying, oh, you're just trying to do an exclusivity hack to get people to want it more, but it's not actually that. It's that they want to have a stable application and not have, the application flooded with so many users, and then the whole thing comes crashing down. So for now, it's Android only. It's iPhone only, no Android. And also, they're getting guests, like rooms are coming out with guests like Elon Musk that happened in early February, and people are just, the media, everyone's going crazy, right? So back in December of 2020, there were almost 1 million downloads of the application, and then that number doubled in January. So if you're curious about what all the fuss is all about, no doubt. This is the hottest new social media application. I would love to hear from you about what you think so far about the whole Clubhouse concept. Let me know in the comments below. Let's take a minute to look at the inside of Clubhouse together. So when you open up the application, you're going to see a page that looks like this. This is called the hallway. And of course, along the top, you'll see icons. That's for navigating the application. And then you will see rooms that are currently active. So Clubhouse is actually recommending those rooms to you based on two factors: the interest you set within your profile and who you're following. So I'll show you how to change those settings in a minute, but you can see the title of the room and then the number of participants as well as the number of moderators. Moderator count is designated by the little chat icon, and then next to that on the left is the number of participants. Now, if you're really looking to get the chance to speak, then you want to be part of a smaller room with more moderators. So you'll get that chance to actually talk to people. But if you're there to learn, then you may want to go to a bigger room with less moderators, because chances are they've got a pretty juicy guest on there spilling the tea. Now, if you don't see anything being recommended to you on Clubhouse and you want to see what else is happening beyond the recommendations, just hit the explore button, and then you can see Grant Cardone is in this room. You can kind of scroll down and see all of the places that all of the conversations you can join now. Let me show you a little bit about setting up your bio. To do that, you hit your face icon in the upper right, and then you have a chance to basically fill out the information about you, your professional interests, your passions, basically why you're there. I also like to add a little credibility statement, a little claim to fame, just to help people understand that, that I am there for business, that it's not something I'm there just for fun. And one thing you want to know about the bio is that it's completely searchable within the Clubhouse application. So if you want to attract like-minded data professionals, just be sure to use the keywords that reflect your data, your interest within the fields. When you scroll down, you'll see that I recommend definitely putting a call to action, telling people what they should do next to get to know you better. So for me, that is, of course, take the free personalized data career quiz. And then I send them, since you can't add any links inside of Clubhouse, I send them to my Instagram DMs. You can add a link to your Twitter, but I took Twitter down just because we don't man the spam box that happens with all of the Twitter spam over in Twitter. So I didn't want to send people to a place they're not going to get a response. Below that, you'll see who the nominator is, and then the members of what club memberships the person has. So one thing you should know is that when you follow a club, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a member of it. They actually have to invite you to be a member after you follow them. But you can still listen to the conversations in the club, even if you're not a member. Okay, let's then really quickly just look at this navigation bar. If you want to see the interact notifications, you just hit the bell icon and you can see all of the different things that are happening within your small little micro network. And then the event icon at the top is actually called a bulletin by Clubhouse, and that is basically going to show you the recommendations. So upcoming for you is one option, and these are recommendations that that Clubhouse is making per their what they have ascertained from your interests. You can also switch that to all upcoming. And then this is going to be a bunch of rando stuff. They're just throwing the whole kitchen sink at you, as you can see here, and then my events. Now, if you have scheduled a room inside of Clubhouse, that's where that would come up. Now, let me also show you really quickly how to actually schedule a room.
Yeah, baby.
So you don't have to be a member of a club or even own a club in order to schedule a room. You can schedule a room and start inviting friends and have conversations that actually can pick up some serious weight inside of Clubhouse without having been so vested as to actually own a room, because it's not easy to get to start a room necessarily in Clubhouse. You really have to kind of work at it. So you would just press the icon in the upper right, the calendar plus icon, and then name the conversation. You can add guests here, co-host. I would suggest, if you're trying to pick up some steam in terms of getting attendees pushed to your event from Clubhouse, add extra moderators. Invite all your friends to be moderators on there, and also use keywords in the event name, because that will help Clubhouse understand what the event is about and the topic inspiration, so that they can then recommend it to other data professionals. Then you just schedule the time, and you can schedule it. If you are a member of a room, you can schedule, and if you're a member of a club and it's an open club, then you can go ahead and schedule a room inside of it. So that's the ins and outs of Bulletin. Now, each person inside of Clubhouse only gets a few invites. They're really trying to be careful about not getting too many users before they actually have a stable platform. All of the features are tested and stable. So right now it's iPhone only, and you only have a set number of invitations. If you want to find your invitations, just hit the envelope with the sparkly envelope icon. And then in terms of searching, you can search for users, and then you can search for clubs inside of Clubhouse. So you can search according to username, or you can search according to interest and keywords. So I'll just put in data science here and then see what comes up. So you see that people actually are coming up under data science, and that is because, like I said, the profile is searchable. All of the words you use in your bio is searchable, so you're going to see a bunch of people coming up under that. And then there's also clubs that are going to be coming up. So you would then just follow the people and the clubs that are of most interest to, similar to your interest. Scrolling down, you can find conversations according to topic. So what you would do here is just, if you're interested in, let's see what I can find. wellness, and let's do tech. You click on tech, and then here is where you can start finding more people and more topics to explore. If I go into startups, it's going to then recommend people and clubs. The last thing I wanted to show you really quickly is how to set your interest inside of Clubhouse. They will give you a request to set your interest when you start, but when you sign up for the application. But if you miss that opportunity in order to designate what your interests are and get better recommendations in terms of events, just go back over to your profile, hit the settings icon in the upper right, and then hit interest, and you can then just go over here and hit the things that are of most interest to you, and then your recommendations are going to be personalized, and you can start getting to know all of the incredible people that are inside Clubhouse having conversations and building relationships. There isn't a lot more to using Clubhouse. It's actually pretty intuitive, so I hope you enjoy this overview. Hey, if you're loving this episode on how to use Clubhouse to grow your data career, then you're probably gonna love the episode I did on data analytics consulting rates in 2021, how to double your rates overnight. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So let's also take a look inside rooms in order to just show you what the various icons mean. I'll scroll down here and then, let's see, pitch your startup. That sounds fine. Open this up. Now, first thing you notice is at the very top of the room, you're going to see a icon that says, do not record, do not record. Don't record anything inside of Clubhouse. You'll probably get banned pretty quickly. Once that once that notification goes away, you'll see the name of the talk, and then everyone at the top with the green asterisks, those are actually moderators. So they're basically speakers at the event. If they have a party popper next to their face, that means they're brand new on Clubhouse. And then underneath the series, that's called the stage area, where all the moderators or speakers are sitting. And then underneath the stage, you're going to see followed by speakers. And so this is Clubhouse's way of trying to increase connectivity across the network, just by showing you who you could follow if you like these speakers. And then underneath them is other people in the room. And so you can, of course, click into each of the profiles and kind of learn more about attendees. Scrolling all the way down, or looking at the bottom of the room, you're going to see an icon with hand up. That means you raise your hand, and then moderators can call on you to actually speak. If you hit the icon with the two fingers, the peace icon, that helps you leave the room. And then plus, if you hit the plus icon at the bottom, you can actually ping someone into the room, which is basically you can invite your friends into the room to listen as well. So we ended this little training with a bang, as you can hear. Yeah. That is Clubhouse in a nutshell. So if you found this intro primer helpful on Clubhouse and how I'm using it to build meaningful relationships and grow my data career, then you're probably gonna love my data superhero quiz that's over on my website. And it's a fun 45-second quiz that helps you pair up your personality and skill sets with the optimal data career path for you. It provides personalized results along with a whole over 50 data roles that fall within each of the three career paths, and salary and compensation statistics along with personalized recommendations. So if you want to take the data superhero quiz and discover your inner data superhero, then go ahead and click on the link in the description below. I'll leave a URL to that there. And then lastly, if you like this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with me in the comments below what you're most excited about with Clubhouse. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll be the first to know when the next episode drops.